Hello. Man, these T-switching sucks, you know? I just glanced at the oven and it still said 550, so I thought, oh yeah, that's surprisingly early, isn't it? Nah. My oven doesn't switch the time automatically. I mean, why would it, to be honest, but stuff, see? Who cares? So, let's see how much I remember. Where was I even? I think story-wise we went to see the robot doctor from the first game. But, not sure if that's even that important. Oh, right. I remember talking about fish and insects. Right, we had this part. And then there's this guy in here. Punch. Right, this is the part where we discussed about fish and birds and I think we talked with Blue and the other Green about how that one guy blew up a stork once. Right, I remember. Fun times.
Good eve.
Hello!
I heard my name.
Yeah, there you are. The D&D game ended a little early. Someone had to drop out. Just kind of disappeared from the voice chat without explanations. So, we kind of assumed that something came up. And since we were already just on... well, that's my name. On barely enough people to start, because one flaked out again. Oh, I have a bit of time extra, and I didn't have to cook, because leftover pizza from yesterday. Hello. Well, everyone's here.
Yeah.
Hello there.
I just caught your post just before I was gonna go to bed. So.
Oh, don't feel like you have to stay awake from this.
Oh, that's okay. I already slept like today, so.
I managed to confuse myself intensely tonight. I somehow got it into my head that we are getting an extra hour instead of losing one.
Yeah, I hate this daylight saving stuff.
I mean, I slightly prefer summer, so daylight savings time to regular, but I'd be fine with either if they could just decide and stay like that.
Yeah. It wasn't very nice at work because time changes like halfway through the shift, so it makes you feel like you've been at work for like an hour longer, because every time you look at the clock it's like, oh, I have to stay until 8 o'clock today and not 7.
Yeah, it doesn't make a difference, but it just feels like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can totally imagine.
Speaking of repeating, didn't we finish this level already?
No. I mean, I just pressed continue and it put me here. And my last memory of this is this part of the level and talking about fish.
Oh, that's right. And swans and all kinds of...
Exactly.
Yeah.
And someone doesn't like bats because a bat gave their whole family cancer and rabies or something. I'm deliberately exaggerating for comedic effect.
Have you had a good weekend?
Oh, pretty much. A bit of cleaning up yesterday, and I have a fun statistic. My cellar has about 4 stacks of unbuilt Gundams, like
Oh yeah.
cardboard boxes from the floor to the ceiling, and that's about half of all I bought. So I've got a year or 2 or maybe 3 worth of reserves if I keep going.
Oh, I didn't realize you were like basketing.
And I bought these 50-liter plastic containers to store the ones I've built already, and I finally decided on a storage scheme, which is I just take. Do you know these newer or rather there are these little plastic bags you can close by having them molten in this little thingy, this vacuum thingy.
Yeah.
But there's
Oh,
also
yeah.
the newer variant where you have this Ziploc slider, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we call them mini crib.
Ah, okay. I think our name is Wiederverschließbare Gefrierbeutel.
Oh, okay. we just call them that then.
So ours basically just translates to reusable freezer bags. But as usual, it has to be long and specific. Well, I used the Ziploc variant. There's smaller ones, there's bigger ones, and I bought some off Amazon that are just really huge, like A3, like a small poster or something for the really big ones. And I just keep one side of the box, like the one with the prettiest box art, just cut it flat, so I have like a sheet of paper or of cardboard with the picture on it, and then just keep one picture and put the thing with it in the box, in the bag.
That's fun.
And then I put the bag in the box. So, one half of all of my Gundams is taking up 4 full stacks from floor to ceiling in my cellar, and the other half is just taking up 4 of these tubs. It's just chest high for me. I guess it's about a mom's worth of a stack. My mom is pretty tiny.
Yeah.
Can you just combine all of them into one?
Well, I don't think they combine. I don't think there's a way to combine them all into one big one, but
You'd end up with some kind of like Power Rangers, like
Exactly.
Mako thing.
I'm not sure if that would be amazing or terrifying. Probably both. But for some reason that gave me one of these oddly specific, overly detailed dreams again.
Oh, nice.
So, for some reason I was living on a space station.
Oh, wonderful.
You'd think that, but for some reason, again, a big part of everything was building these model kits, and well, everyone did it. So it was even part of class assignments or something. Because, as usual, the worst thing I can dream of is school.
Oh,
And but everyone insists on making these things on the balcony. So Mom occasionally suggested to me, well, why don't you build your things on the balcony? And my balcony has like these little slits where stuff can fall in, or it can just drop off to the neighbor below.
is the balcony inside the spaceship or outside the spaceship?
Oh, I meant my real one.
Ah,
But in the dream, she suggested that, and the spaceship did have balconies. So you could just go outside. There's a railing. They somehow vent air into it. But if you just extend your hand beyond the railing, surprise, zero gravity. So instead of just dropping parts on the floor and having to look at them, they kept floating off.
oh,
Ah.
Yeah. And try explaining to your teacher why you didn't do your homework because the parts floated off the space station. It
I
was
think there's an actual clip of a real like astronaut who drops his pen, and he's been in space for like a year.
Yeah.
The first thing he watches is like, oh, like, where's my pen? Oh, it's there.
all right, gravity. Shit. I think I've seen that one. They enjoyed showing us that in university.
Yes.
I mean, it. I can totally see that happening.
Yeah.
Oh. Where do I get cheap shotgun ammo from now? Oh. Maybe I should just... Ah, well, that's at least something. Do I have any ammo at all? Oh shit. That didn't work out.
I think the strangest dream I've had in recent memory was just living out a normal day at home, except in the cats are hyenas, and they
Oh.
just act like themselves.
Huh.
Are they laughing?
No, just exactly like themselves. They just look like hyenas.
Oh,
Okay. That is slightly weird.
I did my one of my like choice species for like study in college was hyenas. So I guess it makes a bit of sense, but
Oh, shit.
I don't get like I don't really get like dreams that are like overly kind of I guess like nothing like set kind of in a different place usually. Usually just with something like out of place in like the normal.
you can keep the fiction and like reality separate.
Yeah, and I keep getting weird dimensional anomalies. I mean, they're kind of enjoyable. It's a weird adventure, I guess.
Yeah. I think when I was younger I used to have interesting dreams.
Yeah, same.
I think my dreams just got more interesting the older I got.
Oh.
I have no idea why. I mean, I'm totally fine with it, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
this
I
is
was
very
gonna say
convenient.
I was gonna say as well, sorry about not being around like the other couple of days, Blue. I was on for like a little bit, but because I was not very well. I just decided I probably ought to sleep.
Yeah, I don't think we
Eh.
set anything down. I checked a few times Discord, but I wasn't like expecting it.
Yeah, sorry about that. I should have like said for sure so that you weren't like kind of waiting around.
I wasn't. No, I was cut my hair and played Total Logic.
Nice.
I got a haircut as well. My mom taught herself to do it at least well enough for me and Dad during the Groove times.
Yeah.
Oh, and
That's,
I got around to trying out that Pokemon clone you suggested.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Was that the Coromon? one?
Yeah.
The Cyril.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it was just $2 or something.
How do you find it so far?
I didn't get that far yet. I'm in the second town, I think, like the one after the farm. No, I'm in the field after the farming town. So
Oh,
far,
yeah.
I think it has. Well, I like it. It has quite a few quality of life improvements over the old games.
Yeah.
Although I'm kind of
I-
surprised they got away with something that's this close.
Yeah. I think it's because it's kind of gone under the radar. I reckon if it was as big as
That'd be
something like
shit
Power
today.
World, Nintendo probably would have like cracked them.
Yeah, I think Palworld is kind of tanking it for the rest of the Mon clone community.
Yeah. I like Coromon because it kind of has that nostalgic feel, but it like without a lot of the annoying clunkiness of it's like playing like the old Gen 2 games, but
Oh.
But a bit more modern.
nice, I guess. Yeah.
Mm, that,
And also
that-
you
that-
can set like Nuzlocke settings and stuff, which is fun.
I mean, I'm probably not going to get very much use out of the Nuzlocke things, but I thought it's pretty interesting that they offer de-randomization.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can like customize the level of randomization a lot as well.
Right,
is
like
nice.
hits, multi-hit attacks going off speed and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and you can like randomize the monsters that appear on the routes and like train the battles and stuff.
all right, I thought it was pretty hilarious that one option is to play a complete thief mode. Just
Yeah.
only stealing mons.
I've done a playthrough of that and it's quite amusing. Because the trainer battles still just carry on, so you just like you can just win the battles by stealing all of their monsters.
Oh, what was that? What was good against those? That's not it. Yeah, I didn't need that shield for a moment.
Good.
That was close. I think I'm done with this little section. Get the fuck away from me, you little shit. What else?
Well, that Raptor game seems pretty good.
Oh,
Yes.
finally! I didn't get to try the other game you suggested, though. What was it?
Orange juice.
Death something. Death Squad?
Oh, was that Corpse Keeper?
Corpse Keeper, right? It kind of reminded me at first glance of Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah, it's I watched someone play that like maybe a year ago when it had just like released in early access, and I liked the idea behind it because it's kind of
I should probably
almost like it has like Darkest Dungeon elements, but you control it like it's more of like I guess like a fighting game.
I see.
Yeah, that's quite good. It's not bad. Well, it's good considering how cheap it is. I thought anyway.
I should really get around to trying it. That reminds me.
Same. Thank you for getting it.
That's okay.
That reminds me. We have set like the next few games already. I think Okami is quite far on top, and you suggested like some sort of odd little Toho thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. Toho Mystia's Izakaya.
It's apparently some kind of one of these coffee shop games.
Yeah. So it's like it's a restaurant game, but it's also a rhythm game. And it has like a lot of other elements as well. I really like it.
Admittedly, I am shit at rhythm games. We'll see.
It's not like super intense. Like it has so if you're like serving someone, like you get bonuses if you time things to like
okay.
music. But I don't think you have to do it. I think you just get like
That's good.
you just get like certain bonuses.
That's good. In that case, I might be able to do it. Oh shit.
Yeah. It's not as difficult as like regular Toho games.
I would probably be able to do better at bullet hell than at rhythm games, but we'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Is it that far? No.
I'm grabbing an egg.
One of your pickled eggs.
They are not pickled eggs this time, just boiled.
Ah, okay. Can I offer you an egg in these trying times?
Thank you.
I'm just gonna go get a drink.
Yep.
I'll just be a sec.
Oh. That was embarrassing. What else do I have? Ah, very good. Use a weapon mod for ballista. What do we have then? Slightly forgot about those.
Was one of you going driving XM or something?
I don't remember anything about that.
I have to check.
There's a lot of praise. Okay. Also, okay. Oh, these both sound good. Let's go for this.
No, it was an interview.
Ah, okay.
Hello.
It was a... Hello.
Hello.
Sorry.
Are you going to an interview soon?
Oh, me?
You are,
Someone. Oh, no.
Oh, right. Someone on the thread lost their job recently and already got an interview lined up, right? You get take some damage from that.
exactly.
I wasn't sure if that was Belgian green or.
It might. I'm really not sure. Ah, shit.
Ah.
Ah, I see. Ooh, nice.
They'll just explode them too slowly. Crap. Oh no, there's a dude here. Mr. Full-ass dude. So, let's check. Ah, I see. Oh. Thought I could cheese it that way.
Oh, is are both of you still available for tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Nice.
I think when we're... I don't know how big the DLC is, but after the DLC we could start asking around the thread for people who might be interested in playing an RPG next.
Yeah, sounds good.
I suppose we could pick up a few more people, so we should ask around on the thread again. Although it would have to be at Euro times, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I think,
No, the DLC for Elden Ring. I think that would be part of the co-op series, not necessarily of just streaming. So I have quite a few suggestions of games we could play, because buy too much shit, I guess. But we could go over a few things already. It's like, do you guys have anything you would be interested in, or know off the top of your head what you would like to play?
I'm not very keen on like classical role playing, like rolling a dice and combat and
Oh,
stuff. I like more modern stuff. That's like 10 Candles, for example.
I
Is
see.
interesting.
I have to admit,
I can play anything.
I have to admit, I am kind of for the classical stuff, but
Oh,
I mean, there are games that are kind of in between. There are simpler rule sets, like there's this Swedish company that makes licensed games, but also a few of their own that are simpler, but it would also be shorter. Could make something like that. So we should probably, when we have enough people together, when we know who's playing, we should probably just go through my shelf and pick something together.
yeah. I
You
know
have
me
10
and Matt
Candles.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I was gonna say, me and Matt, I don't think we're like too like, because we don't really have like any experience at all with it, so I think we'd both be happy to try whichever everyone else is happy to do.
Well, I suppose we could just pick a starter box of something. So, no, I'm not really into the kinds of games that are just weird storytelling or something. I do like having an actual game behind, but I mean, admittedly, as a dungeon master, I have the charm of your average text adventure.
Yeah.
You can probably imagine that I'm not very much the weird, flowery theater playing type, you know.
Yeah, I think I have trouble with like confidence issues and stuff. So some stuff might be a bit difficult. For me.
I wouldn't expect anyone to like heavily roleplay, like fair maiden, blah blah.
LARPing.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect you to go all out LARPing. I would just say, well, if you just want to say, oh well, yeah, I buy a drink and I want to listen for rumors at the tavern, I'd just give you a few things, you know. Just like,
yeah.
I go in and buy stuff. You can third person roleplay your character, you know.
But you don't like say no if I do it, right?
Oh, if you want to, go for it. I'm not sure if I can match you, so I'd try to play along, so to speak. Does this count as speed? I guess it doesn't. Oh crap.
Because yeah, Matt will definitely be able to do that stuff. He shouldn't have any issues.
Man of 1,000 voices.
I demand Matt plays a dwarf and does the Scottish accent all the time.
Yeah.
Even if we play something like Star Trek, he has to play a dwarf and do the Scottish accent.
You probably guessed the kind of character archetype that you'd want to play anyway.
I mean, I kind of expected him to be exactly like that.
Yeah. I think when we first saw Lord of the Rings as kids, both of us immediately liked Gimli the most.
Aww.
I mean, he's funny.
Yeah. I think now as an adult, my favorite character is probably like Sam or Bilbo, but Gimli's still great.
I would have to say I probably enjoy Merry and Pippin the most.
Oh
Just
yeah.
for being funny, relatable, bumbling idiots.
Yeah. I wish they'd included more of their encounter with the Ents in the films.
I mean, some days I'm Gandalf and sometimes I'm the fool of a took. So yeah, I have quite a few starter sets of various games. I would say I sneak a glance at my shelf, but then I get shot. Well, I have the whole bunch of D&D starter sets, which are actually pretty good. So you can say a lot of things about Dungeons and Dragons, but like official regular, but the starter sets are really good. At the very least.
Nice.
Personal choice, if I was a player, would be Pathfinder, which is story time. We're currently in between 5th and maybe 6th, maybe 5th and a half edition of D&D. People are still not sure what to call the rulebook that came out this year, end of last year.
Yeah.
But we've had 5th edition for about 10 years now. There's 4th edition, which tried to be kind of in between a tactical RPG and an MMO. Like everyone has like per encounter powers and that sort of thing, and everyone kind of does magic. Everything has to be perfectly balanced, and most people hated that. And before that was 3rd edition. That's the kind of game I started with. Now the really old guys,
Perfect.
the really old guys play with like tacos and whatever, which means 2-hit armor class 0 tables. That's it's complicated. That's the kind of thing you'd get in old video games. Then the Neverwinter rules, Neverwinter Nights rules were 3rd edition. If you've ever played those games,
I've heard of them, yeah.
I've not played.
they're modern but very crunchy, in the sense that there's a lot of calculation you can do while creating your character, and a lot of options, and it's not like you have to do math without end while playing, but while making your character or leveling up, you have to do a lot of math. And I like that edition for 2 things. I think it has a good balance of when wizards can do things. I think the modern edition plays a bit too loose with wizards, and I'm playing a wizard, so it's not like I'm looking at the wizards. These damn casters get everything. I think it makes us a bit too powerful.
Okay.
In the sense that when you've got nothing to do, you can cast powerful attacks for free. I think the wizard has to be the guy who sits most of the combat out, and then he launches one fireball, and that's really powerful. You don't get like if you look at a Dragon Ball fight, they have like their big kamehamehas and everything, but in between they spam these little shots like pew 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 pew. And wizards are like that now.
Exactly.
You have cheap little attacks that are still pretty powerful, and you just get to spam them from level 1 on. When you don't want to spend a spell, well, you can still spam cheap spells and shoot like fire arrows and stuff. And back in my day, when we went to school uphill both ways, the wizard brought a crossbow and a stick, just so he had something to shoot in between.
Exactly, Dark Souls magic.
Yeah, you have a few shots and they're powerful, but then you spend.
Yeah.
The really old games were too much like that, and the new game is not enough like that. So I think 3rd edition hit a very good sweet spot in between how powerful magic is, and magic has a niche. You get different armor values against physical and magical attacks. So magic is can opener. The squishy guys, you shoot them with arrows and hack them to pieces. The armored guys, drill them. And that's what I like. I like having these specialized targets thing. Like, you have your niche. That is kind of my jam. But that might just be me. And a lot of people thought like that when 4th edition came out. So, that counts as... Oh, because of this little shit! Man. I thought I had it. Let's try again. And a lot of people have said, "No, we want to keep playing 3rd edition." And that's Pathfinder. It's just the next update published by a different company. And they kept it going for a long time. It's very polished. Unfortunately, with the second edition, they went pretty woke and nonsensical, but the first edition is pretty good. So that would be, as a player, my favorite game. And, to be honest, I would pick a Mega Dungeon. So I think, on the spectrum of what we would like to play, I think I'm pretty much the opposite of you. Sorry.
Excellent. Exactly.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Hello there. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But tastes can vary very, very wildly.
Exactly. And I'm like past Dungeons and Dragons. I think like it's. Someone said like it's crazy that you can't do a character that can't do combat. Like you can't do absolute diplomat or like only healer.
So what else could we pick? I'm glancing over. There's Shadowrun, but that's a bit of a shit system. I think
What great setting.
It is an amazing setting. It has very creative ideas, and the actual game system is, in my opinion, utter shite. Like, how could you?
So for people who don't know, Shadowrun is
Cyberpunk.
Blade Runner with elves and
Yeah, it's
goblins and
magic
orcs.
cyberpunk. Exactly. Yo,
I think
are you from our thread?
Hello.
Hello there, by the way. Or are you just here for the Doom?
Oh, excellent.
Ah, very good. Wait, yes to what? So I assume you're from the thread.
to both, I guess.
to both, I guess. Very good.
I think your last question was, are you just here for the Doom? So I assumed that one.
I see.
Ah,
I see. Well, that would probably be. Oh look, it's stuff I don't need. I'll just take this one. So, something where you don't need to fight necessarily. Yeah, well, Shadowrun isn't it? Blade Runner. Oh, Blade Runner's interesting, but we probably would have only enough material for like a few sessions. It's basically a detective game.
yeah.
So you're playing cops in the cyberpunk world. You're solving crime, and you can be very useful. So it's not like you never will get into fights, but it's not like you drag the party down if you're essentially a guy who can just barely hold a pistol. You can be very good as just a cop, like questioning people and you know. Next on the shelf, Twilight 2000. Oh, that might be a bit too current here for us. It's almost like Fallout. It's non-goofy Fallout. It's about soldiers stuck in the apocalypse after the last World War.
And there's like a vampire romance there, right?
No, it's no fantasy. Absolutely no fantasy. It's really just living in a scavenger world after the war. So you're fighting bandits and actually maybe let's say more like Mad Max, but not insane.
Yeah.
So just Max.
Yeah, it's just Max. It's just that sounds like something you would say. It's just Max. But yeah, it's really just Max. Well, I guess it's like the first Mad Max then. No, I don't know.
So there's no like guys playing guitars and these like scrap car things?
Unlikely. It's more like a settlement taken over by a bandits group and stuff, and
Yeah.
you raid them because you need food and they have it. Something like that. It is interesting, but it is a little dark, and I don't know. I would like to play this someday, but that I don't think it's for our group.
Do you have Paranoid?
Paranoia. You mean that thing with the computer and
Yeah, for computer.
I've never played it and I don't have any material for it. If you would really like to, I could learn it.
Oh, excellent.
So we could just note that down as a suggestion. Something I think might be interesting: Star Trek.
Oh yeah.
Because, well, it is a simple system. It has interesting stories. It's not the classic elves and dwarves and And
Yeah.
since we are, well, I mean, you could play Klingons or something, but we're presumably playing the good guys who do want to do
I
science
think
and just.
we want to play Porks, actually.
Well, I think they also are. I think they also are into science and making friends. You know, just with fighting.
Well, with a bit of force.
Yeah, they are also very much into science and making friends, just by force.
Oh,
It's just their culture's a bit different.
Exactly. Don't be so intolerant. No, but seriously, that might be something where you could really get away with just being someone who doesn't fight. You could play someone like a scientist, the ship's doctor, maybe even just a diplomat or something. You could use that. So you could just play a very talky non-combat character here.
excellent. I'm ashamed how little of knowledge I have about Star Trek.
Oh, I think that's fine. I mean, in the show they don't know what's going on either. We could set it very early on. I mean, that also is an interesting discussion. There were a few shows. I mean, there's the Goofy Kirk show, the old one.
Oh,
There's the one with the Captain Picard. There was one even earlier, set on even earlier, but made later. But they don't have much material for playing on that. But I don't think you need to have that much background knowledge. You could really just bumble through it without knowing anything. It might even be more fun.
Yeah.
but this has nothing to do with anything, but I was playing Pathologic, and they gave me a list of names of people I should talk to. Card, and I couldn't unsee it. It was like a Star Trek name.
Well, I mean, that is always an option. So we could play something like that, because that... Well, I played that with my local group. My local group was 3 physicists and one of their girlfriends. There was a thing where they were like magnetic asteroids blocked their way, and they were supposed to do something and other by the plot, but physicists, right? Well, I want to configure the ship's deflector dish to emit this and blah 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 blah, and he's like, yeah, he understood the technobab. They all did, and they just so what was supposed to be a lot of in-character roles and me giving out information, they just immediately figured it out because, well, we learned about that. Because I also learned about it. I knew it. They were right. so they just solved it with actual science instead of sci-fi nonsense.
I love that.
And I had to let him do it because, well, that's how the universe works. Oh shit! I got stuck on something. So what else do we have? Legend of the Five Rings.
Oh, I love that.
We could try that. I've bought it and never tried it. It's a Magic Samurai game.
Ah,
So you are playing kind of samurai in a magic fantasy version of Japan. There is things about politics in there. There is things about the demon invasion in there. But you can. It's just because I say samurai doesn't mean you're all fighting with swords. I mean, you do have swords, but not everyone fights with them because they're more like symbols of office to some of you. There are magician classes, and there are also talky diplomat people again.
About
And
sumo wrestler.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
So
Hey,
that might also be a game where you get into the non-combat talkie side group.
I think I was playing like a Zen master.
That is so appropriate for you.
Yeah,
That
you can
is-
do the talking, and I'll play as the like twitchy, murdery guy who stands in the back and glares intimidatingly at people who don't want to do what you say.
I think we also met like Hattori Hanzo, who is like an actual historical, not
Real,
maybe historical.
real ninja.
Yes.
Yeah. What was his deal? Wasn't he some kind of Robin Hood-like figure? Or was that someone
maybe.
else?
I think he was part of the group of people who, rose up against Oda Nobunaga. I think.
Yeah.
Going towards his fall and death, where he burned down that mansion.
Well, I'd have to get that straight, but we could play something like that. We're just going mentally through my shelf and picking something interesting. What kind of thing would you play? Would you want something very traditional, something weird, lots of combat, less combat, more talking, more dice rolling?
I honestly, I honestly don't mind. Like, I like the sound of doing combat. Combat sounds fun, but I feel like a lot of the main bulk of the enjoyment, I suppose, is kind of like the like talking puzzles, I suppose, where you're like trying to talk your way out of situations and
I see.
like all that sort of stuff. So I guess like one of those ones with maybe like a more progression linked to actually discussing things and stuff would be good.
I mean, in principle, that's possible with all systems, but some expect more fighting than others. So yeah, the more I think about it, Star Trek or that Legend of the Five Rings stuff might really be a good pick. And I wouldn't have anyone else to play Five Rings with anyway. What else do I have?
I think I like feudal Japan setting as well. Is it like
It's Japan,
high
but magic.
fantasy with like so it doesn't have like elves or anything, it's just like human Japan, but
As
there's, like,
far as
magical-
I know, it's so it has like mythological monsters and stuff, but I think the players are all humans.
Okay, that's cool.
It has political things. It has a demon invasion. There's a few kinds of stories to pick from.
Okay, that's cool.
So
But then the doing a sci-fi one would be very interesting as well. So
that
the Star
that would
Trek
again be more like Star Trek. So those two are both talking or Blade Runner. Again, that's
Or
that's
Blade
That's basically your science fiction cops. You're mostly investigating robot crimes.
Okay.
Well,
So you're like a detective, sort of.
yeah, you're literally cops.
Oh, cool.
Well, you're
California.
kind of cops, kind of agents, in the sense that you're with a department of cops that's mostly there for hunting illegal robots living undercover.
Okay. So you're like sort of like extrajudicial organization, sort of thing. Not quite cops. You're like something more.
Yeah, you're basically like cyber FBI or something.
Okay. That
So
would be
you-
the whole joke running through that one. It would be like, okay, we're at the place. Kicks the door down. FBI, open up.
You occasionally literally do that.
Yeah.
That is part of the game. But a big
Yeah.
part is also just investigating stuff, questioning people, that sort of
Like,
thing.
where you got a license for that.
You get people to ask if they have a license for things. You totally can do that.
That reminds me of some joke in Judge Dredd, arresting people for not having their goldfish license.
Oh, nice.
Goldfish license.
That was in one of the games or something. You could like just randomly arrest like random people, and he'd be like, he'd say something like about not having your goldfish license or something like that.
That being said,
And
I
like
can
if
totally
somebody had-
imagine that in the Judge Dredd setting.
Yeah.
And someone always, if you'd want to arrest someone, you will find something.
Yeah, I wonder if can you do that in this game? Can you just be a complete corrupt like asshole?
I suppose you could, but
You'd probably have to at least try to like stick to the
Yeah, you probably.
the script a little bit. Maybe you could come up with like slightly like law bending, like bend
you're
the,
more
word of
you're
law.
more supposed to bend the law in the sense of do you think you should just do your job? Do you want to be a slightly corrupt cop, or do you want to do what's right even if you have to bend the law to get justice? That's like the angles it wants you to play.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can be kind of a scumbag, but not in the sense of just randomly arresting people, more like threatening to get your way and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's probably best. Because I imagine like just being completely
Yeah,
chaotic, just and dynamic for everything else.
you can be a dirty cop, you can be just a hard ass, you can be the softy cop who occasionally lets people get away with things just because you believe it's right.
Depends
So-
on the crime. I'm more of a death sentence for everything type of guy.
And that is possible. that is possible, so to speak. Damn it!
The varying levels of crime determine how many bullets from my magazine is your reward.
We played one sci-fi board game recently. I can't recall the name, but there was a card that had like flavor text. It was like, "This isn't technically a arrest, but I'm not technically a cop, so I think it works out." It's like company personal army or something.
Yeah, like private military. It's like,
Yes, exactly.
I'm not a real cop, so I'm just gonna do what I want.
Exactly.
They should have sent a cop if they wanted to fight a boat.
Yeah. It's like in SCP or something like that. If you're like one of those little prisoner guys, and then like the fucking like
Oh, the D
security
person.
guys turn up, and it's like, oh please save me, and it's like, save you? You're going down with the ship, mate.
No witnesses, buddy.
Yeah.
You know what that means.
You've seen too much.
Do you have a license for that brain?
Yeah.
No. I think I have
How
to
many
confess.
Cognito hazards have you seen? Even zero's too many.
That just means
Sir.
you've been afflicted by a memory loss info hazard.
Yeah, exactly.
Sir, I think you had enough of the things this night.
Exactly. So yeah, that I think those three are good candidates. Well,
They sound good.
that does mean that the thing I was keeping as a surprise probably is out, so I can tell you what it is. I was reading the book for the Emerald Spire Mega Dungeon.
Ooh.
It's
Oh yeah.
it's basically just there's a town and there's a giant crystal tower. Or rather, it is a giant crystal that's been hollowed out, so it is now a tower. And it's like 20 floors of dungeon. So it would be a lot of combat and puzzles, and only occasionally talking. But since that's absolutely not your game,
No, I'm not like completely against it. It's just not. It doesn't light the fire.
Yeah. That's
so
understandable. My favorite thing is when you see like those clips of like the party like enters a room and they're like, okay, so you want to go ahead and like roll like a perception check or something. They roll like a really low number and the DM just goes, oh.
All good here, nothing to say.
but that's already the first mistake. Do not let the party roll their own perception checks.
Yeah.
I'm just rolling behind my screen. What's your perception score?
Why?
Oh, just asking.
Just for curiosity. You know?
3. I see. Carry on, then.
And then as a second question, how high is your initiative?
How many health points do you have?
That really is a thing I like to do, and I've not seen another. So I've played with a few groups, and as a player, and I've DM'd for 2 or 3 different groups, and I've never seen any one of those people do it like that. I do not let things where you can meta game. I don't let them roll it themselves. So if it's something harmless, okay, fine. But something like insight for an NPC, the role where you just do I have a gut feeling if I can believe this guy? I roll that behind my screen. Like if you roll a 2, and I tell you, no, this guy's fine. You believe every word he says.
Yeah.
That is an answer, isn't it?
Yeah, you can't just be like squinting and being like, but me, as in me in real life, doesn't believe that. So roll again. You can't do that. You just have to take it, right?
But to be fair, I've applied that rule both ways. So when I play, I try to actually try to take that into account. I've rolled something like that, and well, okay, I guess I'm so stupid and I believe him.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the GM goes, why? Well, I just rolled that I believe him. I mean, I'm probably wrong out of game now. In game, why wouldn't I believe him after that? You just told me my gut feeling says he's fine.
I guess if like as a player that would bother you, you just have to be like, okay, so I guess I just need to play smart characters from now on, basically. Like I just play like high intelligence, like, you know, or like high wisdom, charisma, whatever, you know.
I mean, you can still mess up your roll. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Most of the time, sure.
I want to play as like a complete meathead.
That is absolutely possible.
one in everything, and then like 30 strength or something like that. I just show up and like I flex my arm, and the illusion disappears.
But I think I'm I'm probably not a very good actor in that sense. And I think I like to believe I'm somewhat fair and decent for like describing situations and telling you what. Like I'm probably just going to not just going to tell you that you can't get Heath Flask, but why you can't get Heath Flask. If you remember that one.
I want full authenticity. I will move the play outside into the streets. Actors play the real events while being in the middle of them. The audience doesn't know they are in a play. Sorry, I was playing Pathologic earlier.
Very good. Very, very good.
Actual quote from a character.
So why am I being so shit at the moment?
I do keep noticing. I'm watching the stream and I'm like, man, you died a lot in this section.
This is somehow giving me extreme amounts of trouble. I'm not quite sure why, because
You are distracted in the wrong way.
I think I'm maintaining a bad level of defocusing.
It was the best type of defocusing.
I mean, we're having fun.
Yes.
I think.
Exactly.
I am.
So I think you can bring any kind of suggestion you want, but those are the things I'm looking at that I think I have and could easily prepare.
Anything on Dune?
Oh, yes. I yes.
Can I play as Shia Halud?
No. I mean, not immediately. if you,
I want to be a big worm.
if you turn into the God Emperor, maybe I'll let you. But yes, I have the Dune starter set and a few of the books.
Oh.
We could totally play the Dune game.
June would be interesting. I don't really know all that much about Dune, but I think that's fine. I feel like
Homework, you have to watch the original.
watch the 80s movie. It's not good, but it's entertaining.
We craft a cat on your chest and you have to milk it every day.
Yes.
interesting.
I think they made that up for the movie.
I think so.
They made up a lot of bullshit for the old movie.
But I don't think it's out of character or like out of
That would be
story.
totally in character. I think they got the bad guys so well done in that they are amazing. But yeah, I think the first movie is amazing as like a it gives off the right feeling, but as a story it's almost incomprehensible if you haven't read the book before. It has Patrick Stewart before he was Captain Picard.
Oh wow.
It does. He's the main character's sword fighting teacher.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you get the sense of Dune. I think I made this example earlier, but it's Star Wars. It was about Middle East.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really like space feudalism and weird intrigues and that sort of thing. Oh,
And,
that would probably be really fun. That's a good idea.
What's the like big thing? What is it? Like the spice must flow?
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah.
That's
They
like a
they
thing.
have this one magic stuff that the rich people just use it because it's like really healthy. It's like, what if the people who smoke weed were actually right about what it does? So like the people live 200 years longer and are perfectly healthy and everything.
But they constantly need to have this stuff.
Oh, if they stop having it, they die almost immediately.
Oh, okay. That doesn't sound like a very worth it immortality.
Oh, it's really not bad. If you take too much of the stuff, you turn into a floating space slug. But some people do that on purpose.
Yeah, I think I've seen there's like a big bowl, like worm man. Or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that.
He snorted too much space coke, and now he's a floating worm who can move spaceships with his mind.
Oh, so he's become powerful in his transformation.
Oh yeah, he's. So some people in that setting do it to themselves deliberately to become spaceship pilots.
Okay.
And how they do it is insane. It's basically you can read the books. So in short, the stuff gives you like a little bit of future vision if you do it right, and
Okay.
the space travel in this universe basically works by making blind jumps, and they just look into the future if they make it safely or not.
Huh.
And if
It
they
is by will alone, I set my mighty motion. It is the by choice of subho that thoughts acquire speed, that lips require stains. The stains becomes a warning. It is by will
Very
alone.
good.
I set my mighty motion.
very good.
That sounds like Warhammer 40k, but without the.
A little bit. It's What if
These guys are the astro bats.
yeah
Yeah.
kind of yeah. So
Astropaths, but there's no Emperor lit lighthouse to guide them.
I
no,
feel
the
like
the emperor is just some shitty dude who has way too much money and does like political bullshit to keep power. So it's none of the fantasy. It's all of the political intrigue in like a pseudo medieval world.
as
Emperor
a
is
proud
Christopher
chaos flash, the Emperor kind of already is that.
So yeah, chaos worship does not make sense in that universe basically, because they don't exist. It's just like okay, if you want to be a weird cultist, that's just your endearing character trait, I guess.
I mean, it kind of sounds like if they're hooked on this spice stuff, they kind of already sound like Slaneshi worshippers, to be honest.
Oh, it's not that bad. It's really just that, well, they need it for their spaceship travel, and otherwise it's really just a health drug.
Right.
So it's not that crazy.
It's like they're like Soylent Green or something.
I think this is the nightmare, if you will, right? In Doom, we got a question.
Oh yeah, this is the hardest difficulty. Well, except for that single life nonsense. or
Right, yeah,
whatever.
the hardcore mode ones. Like,
Yeah, I'm exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think Warhammer kind of borrowed, well, I say borrowed, it lifted ideas from a lot of like sci-fi stuff. But then I guess you can say the same for Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
Star Wars is basically like a sword and sorcery novel, just that they have spaceships and laser guns.
yeah, the whole like
it's-
Jedi thing is very medieval.
Yeah, it's
Well, it was inspired by those like old samurai movies.
that too.
Like, was it Iron Fortress? Was a big
Something
one.
like that.
Some Iron Bunker or something like that.
Iron
Something.
something. Iron
That was
Ball.
one big inspiration. But I can't remember.
I'll check.
Want to shoot him in the butt. Oh, well, exploding. That's a nicer word.
Use out the pinkies.
Yeah,
This is kind of like a Hell Zone. This is like way more intense than when I last saw gameplay of it. Well, there's so many enemies.
So I don't know if this is any like accurate, but there's Flash Gordon serials John Carter from Mars. Samurai films, just Hidden Fortress.
Hidden
That's
Fortress.
the one.
That's
I don't know
it.
where I was getting iron
Dune.
from.
But yeah, now that you've mentioned it, the Dune game might be fun. But
Yeah.
we should probably ask around in the thread who's interested as soon as we are nearing completion of the DLC of Elden Ring, and then just have a vote. And I would probably say when that happens, we limit to one session a week, because I can't prepare that much,
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be crazy amount of work for you.
and we
I
probably
expect
have
you
to play.
treat it.
I would at the very least start out with the official published adventure.
Yeah.
I'm good at modifying things, but I'm not that good at just coming up with it from absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I expect you to treat it like a full-time job. Custom material for each encounter.
And every single time we play, we'll completely subvert everything you've come up with, and you'll have to come up with something that's fun.
Absolutely.
It'd
No,
be like,
my character
so
is
you've got
not
a couple of
motivated
options.
to take that plot hook.
Yeah.
I'll choose the most annoying option, like playing like a red cap or something like that. So it's
Yeah.
always like bashing your head against a brick wall. Tram.
So from what I gather, the published standard adventure for the Dune thing is you and your custom house get the planet instead of the Atreides guys, and you're in the political intrigue, more or less. Have fun. Try not to die.
So for people who aren't into Dune yet,
Yeah.
there's I think it begins in the year 10,000 or something. It's like very far in the future. And there's the magic stuff, spice.
It's only on one
And
planet.
there's only one like desert planet where they can get it. Sound familiar? Like oil. There's only
Yeah,
like
it is kind of a metaphor for oil.
yeah, and
Yeah.
the small like house. So like small like
The setting is basically space feudalism. So there's an emperor, and there are these noble houses, and they get assigned planets to rule over that are partially the territory where they rule anywhere, but partially also just assigned to them by the emperor, because that's how feudalism works. And the original story is that the bad guys, they are literally pretty bad guys. They're just evil fuckers. So they lose this one planet because they've concentrated way too much on being evil and not enough on producing spice. And the pretty much good guys, like heroic noble people, they get the planet, but actually it's just a trap to get them killed, because the bad guys and the emperor just want to get rid of the good guys because they have too much respect among the people, and they want to be evil without a revolution. So it's technically just a political trap, but
and then the son of the house drinks way too much spice and gets high
and then he accidentally turns into the Messiah. Except the point is that he tries to be a good guy, but he's not very good at it, because either he gets just killed for being a good guy, or he uses a few pretty evil methods, and he ends up doing quite a few bad things because he kind of has to.
Necessary evil.
Yeah, the dude is so the books later devolve into such horrifying levels of necessary evil. I like the book. Which one's your favorite, Luke?
I haven't read all of them.
You totally should.
The first one, or like the era that the movies go through, like the first story. I think it's the first.
I think my favorite book is God Emperor. It's basically a few thousand years after the good guys have won. What have they done to the empire? It's unrecognizable.
Exactly.
It's the society is insanely repressive.
They went totalitarian.
Devolved to absolute Luddite levels of anti-technology, religious fanaticism. It's insane.
Wait, I love religious fanaticism though.
Oh, not that one. That is such hypocritical bullshit.
We love religious fanaticism.
10,000 screaming fanatics can't be wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah. This guy knows what he's talking about.
So that book contains such high quantities of what the fuckery from the good guys. It's insane. It's hilarious.
I would say the main characters in the first book aren't like good either. They are like obsessed with like optics. Like they wanna look good. They actually scheme and do all the stuff too.
A big point of contention among the fans: are they actually good guys, or are they just playing up being the noble guys, and they're just as bad as the other ones? They just they just rule by charisma instead of fear?
Right, so like a sort of a hero complex type of thing, where they're like they want to be seen as like the big hero.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it suits them, because the good guys always win, so they just play the good guys.
Yeah.
Does it have like the whole unreliable narrator going on? Like, is it?
No, that's well. There are a few sections where it's told from the perspective of the people, but it's not that they outright lie to you.
It's like the opposite. At some point, the main character can see all his like genetic past, and like at some point he can see the future, and like he becomes God.
In a way, the narrator is way too honest with you and just goes into philosophical rants about the motivations of the people. The old movie occasionally has people stare into the camera while they dub themselves whispering what they are thinking about at the moment. That's because the book is like that. They just pause the movie to have an explanation about the philosophical motivations of the main character. In all seriousness, and it is gloriously. It's not a good movie, but it's really enjoyable in this weird way. The whole movie is kind of on something.
I have been thinking about getting the June audiobooks for work.
Might as well.
Because the Warhammer stuff is... I'm at that point where it's too much, and in my mind, I just kind of like zone out. You know?
So yeah, Dune is about as fucked up as Warhammer, but more in this intellectual way.
Yeah.
Wait, but I'm totally an intellectual for liking Warhammer. How dare you?
Yeah, that just means you like satire.
And there are there's like a handful of books in Warhammer that I would say are genuinely like good. As
Yes.
like even if you don't care anything about like the setting. Like my dad's read them and he even likes them and doesn't really like know anything about Warhammer. But a lot of it does kind of like a lot of the main books do devolve into kind of over the top like sci-fi fantasy like nonsense.
You have to know like all of the lore, basically. So people will just make references to things, and you're just like, if you know, you know. If you don't know, fuck you. It's like fuck you. You should know. Go read every other book.
I really like the Night Lords trilogy because that it has like the most complex character dynamics, I think.
But like you don't know the socio-political influence the 8th Black Crusade had on the hive city of Mars, and how like the Catachans were involved with that. Fuck you! Of course you don't know.
Yeah.
That's your job to know now. Go read Death Corps of Krieg again.
If you don't know those guys, you're in big trouble. Everybody loves the Death Corps.
I've seen a short 4-panel comic. There's a Krieg guy and a Sister of Battle, and he just sits there and he's kind of pissed, like, I didn't get to die for the Emperor again.
Aww.
And I probably won tomorrow, we're winning. And she says, but that means you can kill more in the name of the Emperor. And 4th panel is they're married.
Yeah.
And then they go kill again.
Really good idea.
Yeah. That just means you can kill more in the name of the Emperor. That just totally cures his depression.
Yeah, you always have to remind a Krieger that it's like, wait a minute, like, you could be more productive with your life, by the way. But then they're like, no. Most productive thing I can do is die.
Like, dude, no one's doubting your loyalty, but your effectiveness is kind of... shouldn't you live for the Emperor instead of die for him if possible?
They're all clones is the thing. Krieg guys are funny because they're all clones.
Oh, they are? Yeah, there we go, I outed myself as a casual.
They're so every man of Krieg, well, man and woman, they don't care who's in the army of Krieg, but every person of Krieg is born from like an artificial womb. They basically, it's like a lost technology. Nobody else really has it. It's like only on their planet. Yeah, so they're all just like, you know, they take like a little strip of DNA and then just like keep replicating it over and over again, basically. You're also just immediately inducted into the army. Like they don't care about age. Like other Imperial Guard units care like a little bit about age, but in Krieg you're raised to go be in the army. You're told that the best thing you can do is die, and that's it.
That sounds slightly fucked up.
Yeah, they're ridiculously effective though. There's so many of them because of the cloning thing. Like a normal Imperial Guard Legion is probably like, I don't know, say it's like 1 million guys, right? A normal Imperial Guard Legion or whatever. A Krieg, like one Krieg Legion would be like 10 million guys.
Just because they have that much meat to throw around.
Yeah, they just throw meat into the grinder.
Holy shit.
But they're like ridiculously effective. Like they use Krieg guys to fight like the sort of cognito hazard type guys that normal guardsmen would crumble. So like you know, an overwhelming Tyranid invasion or like a chaos invasion where they've like fully taken over a planet and it's become a demon planet or something like that.
And effectively they're parody of the First World War, aren't they? Like of trench warfare, right?
Yeah, trench warfare. Yeah,
Yeah.
they fucking love digging trenches. That's like the constant joke with them. is
So
that,
they all they do is dig trenches and then storm over the trenches.
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, they're funny because they even still have like cavalry units, like traditional horseback.
Oh,
Yeah, traditional quotation mark. They have lances with explosives on the ends of them.
Well, yeah,
that
but,
that sounds amazing, actually.
The thing is, as well, is they typically live as well. The cavalry guys, they're actually like relatively survivable.
Wow, I've got nothing to say about that. That sounds so
Yeah.
implausible.
I think I shared this before, but in Space Marines they have a thing about purity, like you can't touch the human DNA or like metal or anything. And they are considered like very pure human specimens. But they have like 2 hearts and a new organ that makes like morphine in their blood. Yeah, they are very pure.
Yeah,
I mean, the Emperor is like the best human possible.
6 feet tall.
And if he does shit to them, that's just an improvement, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how they view it. So it's basically like Space Marines are like the Emperor's angels because they're made from the DNA of the Emperor's sons. You know? So they're like above humanity.
It sounds like he had any bad sons or
Yeah, definitely not. The Emperor.
oh yeah,
definitely
like the
wasn't.
night.
You don't get it. We always were supposed to be that big and have 5 hearts.
yeah.
And have just like this overwhelming addiction to skin people and strap their faces to your shoulder pads. Like,
That's just 40k.
yeah. Or be addicted to like just drinking poison and breathing poison, like the Death Guard were before they went chaos.
Oh, right. No, a few of them are slightly weird.
Yeah, you know.
Also, their like the fight scream is like only in death does the duty end, and then their brains get put in a dreadnought that's like walking, coughing, like it says like, even in death do I serve.
Yeah. Sometimes, like most of the time, they get asked if they want to get put in the dreadnought. It will be like they're on their deathbed and they're like, "Do you want to continue to serve?" And they'll be like, because it's typically like very important people or very like good warriors who get put into dreadnoughts as like a reward.
Yes.
Very occasionally, they've done it to someone who was unaware that they would be eligible or did not particularly want to get put in a dreadnought, and it kind of drives them a little bit crazy. I think there was like a semi-recent one because it was to do with one of the like new style Space Marines, the like Primaris guys, and he got put in a dreadnought, and he like very nearly went crazy because the new set of like Space Marines that they released like in the past few years, the Primaris guys. So they're the dreadnoughts that they have, the like all of the like sensors and stuff. So how they like perceive the world, like the the cameras and all of that like bullshit, is so much for the human brain that you go insane in like a couple of years from being put.
Oh, they just get sensory overload.
Yeah.
Effectively.
Yeah. Whereas the older dreadnoughts, so the dreadnoughts that are like the ancient ones, their sensors are not as good. So you have some of them still around that are like, fucking 10,000 years old or whatever. And
So they just kind of got used to it.
pretty much, yeah. Also, the ancient Space Marines are kind of just like typically like made of stern stuff, I guess.
Yeah, that's why the Chaos Space Marines are generally superior.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, because they're mostly still original. Yeah, do they actually reproduce? I mean,
No.
No.
if you
Chaos
kill a
Space
Chaos
Marines are-
Space Marine, is he gone?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that unless the Chaos Gods like bring them back, that's it.
but so
They
if you kill a Chaos Space Marine, you've permanently reduced the number of Chaos Space Marines in the universe.
they
exactly, yeah.
can they can steal recruits from like new planets, but it's not all of them can do that because not all of them have like the technology, and generally like newer Chaos Space Marines are not as good. Like they have problems.
Yeah, I mean,
So they
with,
complement like cannon fodder.
with some it isn't even really viable, I guess. I mean, which were the ones who are just magic ghosts in armor? Was that the Thousand Suns?
They're great.
Yes, they don't. I don't think they recruit new people at all. They have like a tiny amount of Space Marines in their faction now.
Like they're mostly just empty suits and a few sorcerers, right?
Yeah.
The
They
backstory of the Thousand Suns is like, there's a lot. It's all to do with this giant spell called the Rubric of Ahriman and stuff like that. It's all
Yeah, I think that they're basically the result of a mass sacrifice spell or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, it was basically a life-saving spell gone wrong. They thought it was going to save everyone's lives, but it ended up everybody who wasn't a powerful wizard got sacrificed to power up the powerful wizards, essentially.
Well, oopsie.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
I've
much.
been-
That's Ahriman's whole story arc. Is oopsie. I'm gonna try fix this now.
Oops!
gonna
All
say-
sorcerers!
his like Ahriman's books, I've been really enjoying them because it's the perspective is almost like how you were describing June, where he starts out as like a very sympathetic character who seems to be trying to do the right thing, but he keeps having to like make these decisions that sacrifice people and like do these really awful things, and by the end of the book series he's like almost unrecognizable. He's like gone from being this like, oh, I want to do the best for like my brothers and like humanity and whatnot, but then he's gone from being like he's like killed entire planets, and he's like even his own like closest friends like don't really trust him. I think he's not himself anymore.
Kind of. There's one difference with Dune. The good guy does these horrible things and knows that it's still the better decision. Like, he really goes, well shit, if I don't sacrifice these 3 star systems, humanity will get wiped out 3,000 years from now, so I kinda have to.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's less that he gets corrupted by his power, and more that he recognizes how much of a dick you have to be to survive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Herbert, what's the guy's name? Herbert? It's not Herbert West because that's
How about Frank Herbert?
Frank Herbert. That's it. I think he was like obsessed with will. Like he thought like by will you can fight fear and religion and all, like you can control everything. So it's exactly what he would say. Like, and genetics. He was all about genetics. We can decide what kind of kids we want, and he was weird.
Yeah, a big part of the setting is that different kinds of people have been like in some sort of specialized. Well, sometimes they outright call them breeding programs. It's portrayed as something that's not necessarily very nice, but insanely useful.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, sure, your life has been pre-planned by this shadowy group of people. 1,000 years ago, just so the universe has one more guy who will invent this super stuff and everything. But hey, you get to invent this super stuff, and you're superhumanly smart. So
Exactly.
it's like,
You should be happy.
yeah,
Be happy right now.
well, at least get to terms with it, dude. You
Yeah,
got
yeah.
magic space stuff to invent for humanity. And the bad guys usually are just the guys who just give in to their primal instincts and become almost animalistically evil. And the good guys are the kind of guys who make hard decisions stoically because, well, it's kind of the better choice.
Yeah.
How much
So,
more
yeah,
stuff is going to spawn in this one shitty little arena? I'm kind of...
So yeah, the plot of Dune takes like hundreds of years into account. Like
Yeah.
my favorite is when they land on the sand planet for the first time, the Dune, and there's like some people who say like, "Oh, these people look like the Messiah."
Yeah.
Main character is starting to believe it, like, "Wow, what if we are the Messiah?" And his mother says like, "Don't be daft. Like, our people like planted the rumors here like 20 years ago. Like,
Dude,
you orchestrated this."
you know religion is a lie. We invented it.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was on the cusp of drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
he drinks so much Kool-Aid in the story.
Dude, he is the Kool-Aid. He is the Kool-Aid man.
Exactly.
And when he breaks through the wall, no one's gonna say, "Oh yeah."
And he breaks through the wall. That also happened.
He breaks through a lot of walls.
I just need to go to the toilet just a sec.
See,
Yep.
tell them I said hi. Send my cards.
So that might be a fun game to play.
That sounds good.
So you're probably not gonna get on the philosophically. Oh, not again! I thought I had a checkpoint.
No.
Fucking shit.
But it's too late.
Here we go again. Oh, I think I did get a checkpoint. The enemy setups are all weird.
Back on the grind again.
Here we go again. No, that's still normal. Shit. No check.
I think I'm leaving in about an hour or something.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna play for a full hour more. I just kind of quickly slammed this in after my D&D game.
Yeah, it's quite late for you guys now, isn't it?
It's 8:45. Quarter to 10 for you, even. Yeah, I think we have a good candidate of what we might want to play. We should still ask around who else wants to join in and what they want to play, but I think this might be very fun.
Have you checked the system? Is it any good? Like actual game? It's great.
Let me think. Well, it's by the same company that does the Star Trek RPG and which ones do they do? So they it will be at least decent, I think.
Excellent.
But if not, we can always just kind of wing it.
Good.
I'll probably take out the books sometime then and start reading about it.
Ooh, nice.
So here's the answer for the next survey. Well, yeah, I expect the game will not go into the whole philosophical Messiah thing and more into the political intrigue side. So basically the first half of the movie.
Well, that sounds like it'll be fun. I will look forward.
One of the source books is just about politics in the Lance realm. So, yeah, ever had a politics source book for your RPG? Like, oh, what about the Imperial Council? How do you hold a session?
Exactly.
I want to put forward a motion. Oh, look, I chainsawed the snake. Nice. Oh no, the snake chainsawed me.
No.
Well, at least I did get a little bit farther in this level. Like 2 or 3 fights.
Yeah.
The game looks hard.
It kind of is.
That bit that you're at.
There used to be a tiny soldier here I could just jump with my chainsaw for extra ammo. Now he's gone. And these guys are all still around, so I don't think I got a checkpoint. But I need to chainsaw people for ammo.
Maybe there's like a Dark Souls 2 thing going on. You have killed him too many times.
I might.
I don't know why they did that in Dark Souls 2, preventing you from like grinding.
I mean, it felt to me like there were always enough enemies to do just enough grinding. I felt in the end it was much more of a mercy mode. Like, yeah, it's fine. You don't need to fight all these things on the run back. You can just grind through the area if you need to. It felt like that in the very beginning when I was still shit, and in the sparkly cave with the magicians.
Right.
Yeah.
So there I really needed this system to get through the area, because I never managed to kill too many of these casters in a row.
Is that in the cave where there's water everywhere? It's like
Yeah, the sparkly water cave.
everybody loves that cave.
Oh, that was probably the worst area in the whole game. Like, the one that annoyed me most, gameplay-wise, was this one, and the most terrifying was the Spiderland. This guy! I wanted to change on this guy! There we go. I got him back! Isn't that nice?
Spiderland's not too bad in Dark Souls 2, because if you hold up a torch, the spiders
Yeah.
never attack.
I found out about that pretty early on, and I was very happy about it. Otherwise, I
Yeah.
would have been, like, permanently spider-triggered.
Yeah,
I fucking hate spiders.
Yeah, and Shrine of Amana is I don't know that anyone likes it. And the boss there sucks as well. The Demon of Song.
Was that the boss with the spiders? I thought it was the
No, I'm talking about Shrine of Amana, the war.
Yeah,
the spider boss with the Duke's Dear Freya.
Spider Boss wasn't all that bad, I think. I mean,
Yeah,
big giant spider, ew, but otherwise, not
they're fun in
that much of a problem.
it's a fun boss to do with co-op summons.
Ah. Well, I was still in my I tried to beat the game by myself phase back then.
Yeah. I've played through like all of the Dark Souls games so many times at this point. Like, I would I used to back in the day be one of those guys who would have like the summon sign like parked outside the door and be like waiting for people to like to summon me to help them. I'd do it on like particularly difficult bosses. I'd be like, I'll bail you out, don't worry.
That's
I was like
nice.
the inverse of that. I was trying to aid people constantly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had my like invasion arc as well, I suppose.
I use like annoying poison. pots.
Yeah, Dan would use the pots that you throw that destroy your armor and weapons.
Wow,
So,
that is
he would-
insanely dickish.
Yeah, and he invaded in the Rat Covenant area as well, because
My
he joined
God.
the Rat Covenant.
Oh yeah.
You went full rat, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That is.
I used to camp the bell tower.
How can you sleep at night, sir?
Oh, the Bell Tower. That's just as bad as Rat Boy.
Exactly. You is the ring bell.
How can you people sleep
sorry.
at night?
Very
Once you've tasted the power of the rat covenant, you can't go back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
You get to be the biggest rat to tell the others what to do.
make all of the rules.
The big rat.
Oh, what's the fucking rat song? What game is that?
We're the rats, we're the rats, we're the rats.
Yeah, I'm too old for this shit. I'm an old man with
think
shit
it's from, like-
reflexes.
I just imagine that every rat has the same voice as the rats from, what is it, Wizardry 8, where they're the Rizuka, and they have the New York accent.
Oh shit.
We the rats from New York.
Oh god dang it.
You're being bashed at the chat, but he's playing for the first time.
Yeah, I think I kind of deserve it, to be honest.
You're not very good at Doom, no offense.
Yeah, no defense either. Shit.
Oh, sorry, I mean... He said you're not very good. But not that you're not very good, so you're fine.
You're technically right. The best kind
Best
of.
kind of fight.
Maybe I should just. Maybe I should just save the Berserker thing for when this, when the snake people show up.
New challenge, you're not allowed to use the thing at all.
No,
Well,
screw you.
what the chat then forgets is that you're playing this blindfolded with the Donkey Kong mongols.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear the little bongo
And
noise.
you are blindfolded right now, right?
Of course. Is there any other way
Yeah.
to play this? I just play by sound.
You're using the spikes.
Too much spice.
Yeah, I play by sound and by little spikes that just poke me in my ass when I'm too close to an enemy.
I thought you said spice.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Spice must flow.
Yeah, I didn't mention this, but I'm actually world champion.
I'm actually the developer. I was at the lead of the project.
Yeah, my dad.
Why did you make this shit so hard, man?
Sorry.
Oh god.
I didn't mention
Dang it.
this, but I've actually never played Doom before. Like the 2016 or the Eternal. So,
Yeah, I played through 2016 once. Not as hard as this.
I probably should play it, but I just never have.
I mean, it is fun. It's not like I'm having a bad time.
I think it's good, although for me the soundtrack is more what I'm interested in.
Yeah,
I like watching people play it, but I don't get much out of it.
Should I turn up the music?
But that's the trouble though, because we've got to have the stream
Ah,
muted, otherwise you hear.
Oh
double.
yeah, don't worry about it. No,
Yeah,
no, I
turn it
mean,
up.
It's already up to max. I would have to turn something else down. I mean, when I was at my parents' place last week, I had my old computer and I basically just played older stuff. the Tiberian Sun soundtrack lives rent-free in my head right now.
Oh yeah.
You know, as a kid, I liked Scouting. Now I think Valves is my favorite track.
Yeah.
It's rent-free, I tell you.
I
Oh,
guess,
and
true.
and Total Annihilation. I started with Supreme Command originally. Had just tried Total Annihilation once and found it very primitive. But now I played it a little bit, and it's surprisingly good. But the soundtrack is very interesting because it's this bombastic, heroic marching music. And it doesn't fit the tone at all. It fits the tone in a very weird way, in that it's probably in-universe awesome, but it tries to get you pumped for an eternal war where none of your fights kinda really matter anyway, because the universe is destroyed anyway. I would have expected something much more apocalyptic for the soundtrack, and it's instead this insanely heroic movie music, and really well done too. Ah shit! I'm actively getting worse. Dang it!
It's when like when you redo something so many times, you get that like fatigue. Of,
Yeah, I'm. If I don't beat it soon, I'm getting into that repeating, decreasing performance value.
Yeah.
But still, I have exactly one skill needed for this game, and that is stubbornness. I'm just not giving up. That's like the only skill required for this game that I actually have. Like reflexes, nope. Spatial awareness, a little bit. Aim, nah. But I will replay the fight again and again and again.
Until I win, I'll show you.
That's how it has to be. Fuck!
Without change, something sleeps inside of us and seldom awakens. The sleeper must awaken.
I don't think there's much awakening here. I'm just grinding through until I luck out. Ah shit! I didn't want to nade him. I wanted to chainsaw him. There we go. Die, please. Still have no really good way to kill the ping. I mean, I could probably take the rocket launcher and set it to remote detonation mode, but that's so much work. Can I please punch him? Thank you. Well, stab him in the ass. I'll take that as well. Damn it!
We should make sure to play some more Repo or something.
Oh, that was fun. I mean,
Yes.
I've tried it by myself for about 1 or 2 runs, and I've been with you for all of 5 minutes, but it just sounded like fun.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it's just a good, like, feel good, like, have a bit of fun sort of game.
Yeah, we'll probably be done with it in like 4 or 5 sessions, but until then, let's have some fun with it.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to do tomorrow? Do you want to play something like this, or do you want to immediately go for Elden Ring?
Fine with anything.
I mean, we're just about to get into the DLC in Elden Ring. So if you guys are excited for the DLC, we can get into that.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's it's both a good break point if we want to break, but it's also a good point to not break.
Yeah, to persevere.
But I haven't thought about the second half of the sentence.
Yeah, the DLC is like very, very fun. So I think we'll have a good time with it.
I mean,
I
we
like
also
the
have slight
DLC.
cleanup of the base game to do, don't we?
Yeah, well, there's
yeah.
still more to do in the base game. We still have like the Halic tree and stuff. That we
I mean, I
the
feel we
DLC is
should.
Good. I just wish they'd optimized it better.
Oh yeah, the optimization's terrible. Yeah, that's true.
Like that runs way worse than it has the right to. Also,
I was just confused. I didn't know that. Or noticed my game.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that if you remember before the DLC came out, the game used to run like way better. It would run like, you know, solid 60 all the time. You know, like never had any issues. And then when the DLC came out, and especially in the actual like DLC zones, yeah, the game does not run as well as I would like.
That sounds terrible.
yeah, I think when the DLC came out, I think it was like the first 5 months or so, I couldn't play it because my game just ran so poorly. It was like 20 FPS on average.
Yeah, we had to wait
In the
for a
base
couple
game.
Incredible. I've tried it on the Steam Deck and it runs at 40, and that's already annoying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it might. Well, we'll have to see how it.
It's like I picked the Berserker thing too early again. I thought it would just carry me into the snake fight. No.
And
Still
that buff never lasts as long as you want it to.
yeah, that's so true. Damn it! One more go and then I'm out for today.
I bet you'll get it like first try the next time you go on it.
Unlikely. But I'll give it a shot. Because
Oh,
I kind of promised but we'll get through this sometime in the next 4 or 5 years. That doesn't count, it was too fast, and I kind of got stuck on the wall there. Not sure how I did that.
Yeah, I wonder how the DLC will work with it being all 4 of them.
I mean, probably not that different than the base game.
Yeah, I'm just curious about like the difficulty level.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Yeah, because
I
of
think,
the like the bosses are like very, very tough in the DLC. So in solo, usually if the boss is like really, 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 really tough, you can kind of get by because it doesn't have a lot of health. So you can kind of kill it quick enough, and you're like, oh, I'm okay, I got away.
But now we have to push through 4 health bars worth. That shit.
Yeah, so I think it will be interesting to say the least.
We'll see.
there's at least one boss fight I'm looking forward to.
Is it Messmer
Yeah,
or Radahn?
Dan likes the Midra fight.
Oh,
I think that's maybe the best fight in the whole game.
Is that the crazy guy with a sunflower face?
Yes.
So he's like a priest of the madness people or something.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the like what your character can become in
Ah.
Frenzy Flame. So he was the vassal of the Frenzy Flame, or like a failed vassal, I guess.
Okay, now I'm gonna pick the Berserker stuff. Now I'm going to punch snakes. Where are you little shits?
Snakes, come out. Right now.
Rip and tear.
Do you lose
Did he just... that was fun.
credits for beating snakes up if you're the snake?
Not true. China will remember this.
China. Fucking China. So I think I got a decent worth out of my my Berserker thingy this time. Oh shit! And I'm immediately getting almost killed.
China, China, China.
Ah! That was dumb.
That was not the puzzle that I was meaning to solve. You know those puzzles where you have to like flip statues around and the ones next to them like rotate as you rotate?
Oh, that,
your
yeah.
thing? I'm doing one of those right now. But
I
my
think I'm
brain-
kind of decent at them.
I'm usually pretty good at them, but my brain after work is kind of leaky.
Ah, understandable.
I think there's some IQ has dribbled out of my ears, I think.
Yeah, work can be really, really draining. Also, I finally got through it. I just hope this is a damn checkpoint. If not, I'm probably going to cry. So now I just want to keep going until I die the next time. And then turn the game off for today.
Yeah.
Proceeds to do the level in one go. No.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
not.
Proceeds to get it all done.
No, definitely
Absolute
not.
professional.
Definitely not.
Oh, this puzzle is frustrating me.
Is it in a game or a website you are doing it, or?
No, it's in a game. I'm playing Cassette Beasts right now.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
I am. I'm struggling. I'm gonna share my screen on Discord, and you can solve it for me.
Excellent.
Am I?
Cassette Beasts. There you go. Solve this puzzle for me right now.
Let's have a look. Bu-
How do I?
Ah, there it is. So, do they have to be all blue or all red?
I want them all blue.
Go top right. Right.
This.
And center, I think. Right again. Bottom left. Top left. And I think I've just mirrored it. Shit. Well, yeah, go for the left one. Oh no, all corners.
All corners.
All corners?
Opposite corners first.
I don't think it oh, it doesn't matter. Go all corners. Very good. Now all sides. Ah, no, that leaves the one in the center again. Shit. Well, keep
What if I
doing
do
it
it?
for now. Oh,
Oh,
That's all red.
what have I done?
how do we invert this?
Shit. Let me think.
You know, I've done this puzzle once. because I beat the game.
Tell me how to do it right now.
I don't remember.
Do we just repeat the same thing? All corners, all sides.
I'm let me quickly calculate something. So the corners are getting hit 3 times if we do everything. The sides are
chat
getting
is
hit
confused.
4 times if we do everything. Try all
Oh,
corners in the center again. Oh, sorry.
All corners, right.
All corners in the center. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, there
Finally.
we go. Thank you.
Oh, wait.
Yay!
It's not like I'm very good at it, but I can manage.
Puzzle master.
Nice.
And what do I get?
Plastic.
Ah, I see. Bad loot.
I see it was worth it.
I got terrible loot. Oh well, thank you very much for that.
No problem. I mean, it's not like I got it right the first try, you know.
Nah, but you knew how to do it. That's the important thing. I didn't even know how to, like, I was just mashing all the buttons, but you actually knew like the corners and sides method. I'd never done that.
The thing is basically you want to have a nice symmetrical pattern, like just all corners, all sides, or something like that. And then you can just count, for example, corners. If you hit every single button, the corners are getting changed 3 times, the sides
Right.
are getting changed 4 times, and the center is getting changed 5 times. And since evens, and it only cares if it's evens or odds, that means you can leave out the sides, because they don't effectively change anything, they just do the evens parts. And yeah, that's actually it. That's the explanation. Just
I think
leave out the
like
evens.
my brain is so leaky that I never actually like usually I never think about puzzles in that way. I just like I stare at the puzzle and I just start like brute forcing it immediately.
Yeah, that
So
never works with these kinds of puzzles. They're kind of because of this evens and odds shit. They are kind of resistant to brute forcing. You really have to do patterns.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I used to because there's puzzles like that in Path of Exile, and I used to, like, because it was somewhat important that I actually solved it, I used to think about it a bit more, but my brain has become considerably leakier.
I once got one of these puzzles in a D&D game, but the funny thing was, it was just a circle. It was just a big circle of these things.
Right.
And if it's just a big circle, and every one of these just triggers its 2 neighbors, it's really simple. Because then you just
it's only triggering 2 other ones. So
yeah, it's really just you flip one you want, and then you go around the whole ring until it bites its own tail. Like if you have just one flipped and it's a circle, you push it, and then the one on the left and right of it flip, and then you just keep going in a circle.
Good.
Yeah.
it just works.
And at one point, I think you have to skip the second to last one, but it's really obvious at this point because you just have 3 in a row. And at that point, you just skip one and pick the one in the middle of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you do that for every single of the ones that's flipped on in a row, and that's like the universal solution. Like if you know the method, you can just solve any state.
Yeah, it just works every time.
Yeah. And I just gave that universal solution to the DM, and he said, "Okay, well then we can skip the other ones, right?" He had like 5 rooms of these prepared.
No.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. Here's the universal solution.
He sat there thinking, "Damn, this puzzle I spent so long coming up with."
A little bit. I felt kind of sorry about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Was your character very intelligent? Was it in character that you saw it? So
20 int wizard.
that's
Oh,
it.
wow.
Perfect.
Actually, like as intelligent as the gods themselves.
I think the highest stat you can get with super equipment or something is 23.
So it perfectly fit the story. Like,
Yeah, I kinda yeah. Look at that.
Nice.
I'm really just playing now until I die and then I save and quit for today.
Yeah.
It's just that now oh, look, there's the next arena. That's the save point. That'll kill me. No questions asked.
Another arena.
I mean, it doesn't count if I don't try, you know? I have to honestly do so. I can't just say, oh, I jump off a cliff and that's no, that's not how it works.
it's a video game. You can quit whenever you want, right?
Yeah, right.
90% of Doom players quit right before getting killed again.
Yeah.
That's like the age-old thing of like someone tells you to pause the game and you're sat there like, but this is a multiplayer game or something like that. You know, it's like game doesn't pause.
Luckily, my parents play MMOs. They
Yeah, so
understand.
they get it.
They get it.
Our mother does not get it. In the most extreme sense of the word, does not get it.
That is
But she's not. She's never been that bad. It's more funny. More funny than it.
yeah. The only thing where my mother occasionally gets a bit frustrated. What if she makes dinner, calls and my sister answers, but I've just started a ranked in League,
Oh,
Yeah.
and of course that one goes into overtime.
Yeah.
Of course that one lasts
yeah,
for,
get like a tie break or something.
for a bloody hour.
It's too much. Oh, why do these puzzles? I'm back at the puzzle again. It wants me to do something.
Use
Do
the
I?
map.
Do I? No, this is like more. I'm gonna be able to do this myself. I'm a big boy. I need to make like an up pointing arrow using the block. I guess.
Oh yeah.
since you are helping with the games, could you tell me who murdered Isidore?
Who?
Character in Pathology.
I have no idea.
Please solve the mission.
That's like the main story.
Was it the butler?
Oh, that's the main story.
Was it the butler?
Was,
It's always the butler.
Probably.
It was the Zodiac.
Oh,
That guy. Love that guy.
check the reaper.
You just have to find out who that is.
Exactly.
And you can look at it.
Actually, that's not too far off. Like in the story, it's set in a Russian city or small town, and the murderer has left notes around, and he's using like a children's game. Children they have like hidden spots around the city, and they play a game where you have to leave stuff and collect it. And they say
Yeah.
the murderer left an item that only the victim would read, and he left like a note there. But the main character can only see it if he plays the children's game.
Did I just fucking... What the shit? I was joking, damn it! Oh, I do like classic Doom. It's not that I'm any better at it. That and that guy gets me. Okay, that I called it. I got farther than I thought.
Question.
Okay, see you all tomorrow then. Bye.
See ya.
Yeah,
Have
have
a
a
good
good
day.
one.
Bye.
Good night.
See you.
See you later, guys.
Hmm.